Hello everyone, this is not the Cobra Commander, and today we are here to talk about what are the different ways to book a hotel room and what are the pros and cons of each option. First, we will talk about how to book a hotel room, or more precisely, in what manner. There are three main choices. The first choice is in person at the front desk of the hotel. The advantage of this is you are guaranteed it will be for the correct hotel and the correct dates. Plus, you can ask the front desk employee questions about the hotel and the room itself. For example, you can ask whether the room has certain features that you need, or you can ask them to clarify the parking situation or the check-in and check-out times. Sometimes this information may not be easy to find online or over the phone. The disadvantages are normally the prices are considerably higher. This is what is referred to as walk-in rates. Plus, if it happens to be a particularly busy day or in a particularly busy location, like next to a sports venue with a major game on, then by the time you get to the hotel, there may not be any rooms left. And if there are any left, they will probably be even higher than they would have been before. The second option is to book over the phone. The advantage of this is you can book the room before you get to the hotel and while you are occupied with an activity like driving. The disadvantages for booking over the phone are that you might be dealing with someone who is out of the area, let's say. The person you're talking to may not understand everything you say, especially if you have a poor cell phone connection, and they might make mistakes on the reservation or the details themselves, as in all likelihood they don't know the correct details. This has become an increasing issue as many hotel companies outsource their call centers. Second, the prices are not normally quite as good as online, but they are normally better than they would be in person. Finally, they tend to be incentivized to sell as many rooms as possible. So, sometimes if they do make a mistake, they can be very reluctant to correct those mistakes, and sometimes you will be stuck, staying at the wrong hotel or at the wrong dates, and you might not be able to get your money back, or you might have to make a walk-in reservation at the hotel you actually want to go to, while still paying for the wrong reservation that was made for you over the phone. The final option is booking online. The advantages of booking online are you normally get the best prices because you get to price shop. You get to see multiple prices at different hotels in the area, and you can even compare the same hotel but booking on different sites. This normally means you can arrive at the best prices, especially by comparing third-party rates to booking directly with the hotel, which we will discuss later on in this video. Also, unlike all the other methods we have so far discussed, you get to make the reservation yourself. And since you should know your information, like your address, better than a random person who you've never met before, you are less likely to make a mistake, and it'll probably come more naturally to you. And the other advantage of booking it online is, especially if you use the same app or the same travel company, your information should already be stored on their services or their website, which means you won't have to type in your information every single time. It should auto-populate. This also reduces errors. The disadvantages are you will have to remember that login information, and since we have so many passwords to remember, this can sometimes be a pain, especially if you're in a rush, and you would also have to stop what you're doing and take time to make the reservation, as opposed to letting someone else do it. The final challenge that can sometimes come up with booking online is the website doesn't necessarily answer all your questions. Websites tend to be easy to navigate, but not very easy to sometimes find out specific information, like the check-in or check-out times, or the exact parking policy. The second thing we need to talk about that we touched on earlier is, should you book directly from the hotel or through a third party? Booking directly with a hotel normally has the advantage of being able to earn rewards and elite status with the hotel itself. And also, since you're booking directly from the hotel, the information on their webpage is normally more accurate than a third party. Plus, if there is a mistake on the reservation, they are normally more likely to correct it, as their website is the one that you booked it from. And if worse comes to worse, there is an error on their part, they normally take responsibility for that. When it comes to booking through a third party, however, it is quite often the opposite. First, you will get normally a cheaper rate up front, but then they'll normally tack on fees, which sometimes can make the price higher, but quite often still a little bit lower than booking directly with the hotel. This is due to many reasons, but one of the more common ones is they book a block of rooms at the hotel at a discounted rate, and then they get to resell those rooms to their own clients. This normally means they can be sold at a lower rate. Another issue of booking through a third party is that you are hoping that the information on their website is accurate. And the other thing that tends to come up is overbooking. This is unfortunately fairly common, especially at big events or very popular hotels. And if the hotel gets oversold and has a choice between what is known as walking a guest, then they tend to choose the third-party reservations, especially the ones that are not prepaid. So, having loyalty or status with a hotel can sometimes give you favorable choices, and also mean that you are less likely to get walked to another hotel if the hotel oversells. But hotel loyalty is something we'll discuss in a new video. So, in conclusion, should you book your reservation at the front desk, by telephone, or online? In truth, all three have their advantages. However, different options stand out depending on your priorities. If price is important to you and accuracy of the reservation, I would say online is your best option. If, however, you are unsure and need to ask the hotel some questions, then the front desk can be the best option. And if you're in a rush and need to work, but still need your reservation and know it's busy, calling may be the best option. However, I would say calling does firmly come in third place due to the lack of accuracy and the numerous times that they have made errors on the reservation, like misspelling the name. And since most hotels can only search by name and reservation number, it can make it very hard to find your reservation. Especially if you use a third party, since their reservation numbers are not the same as the hotel's, and the hotel cannot search for your reservation by a third-party reservation number. And finally, should you book directly with the hotel or through a third party? Well, both options work. And the advantages and disadvantages between the two quite often depend on your habits and your travel behaviors. If you frequently book the same hotel, the same brand, and you find yourself staying at the same group of hotels often, then I would say booking directly with the hotel is your best bet, as you can earn loyalty, status, and even some reward points that can eventually reduce the cost of your stay. Booking through a third party, on the other hand, does give you more price searching tools and can sometimes even lead to cheaper prices. Plus, some third parties even have their own loyalty programs, although these tend not to be quite as fruitful as the ones the hotels directly give to their consumers. The final advantage, I would say, is booking through a third party is some third parties can give you discounts through credit cards, like the Chase travel program, Capital One, Amex. Many of their credit cards will give you additional rewards and even some discounts if you utilize their credit card when making the reservations. However, some of these have limitations, like not being able to book a hotel on the same day. Whichever method you utilize, I would always encourage you to contact the hotel either soon after making the reservation or before arriving at the hotel to verify that they have your reservation and that the information is accurate. This also gives you the opportunity to ask them any questions that you may have and to clear up any confusion or misunderstanding that might have come up after you've made your reservation. Soon, we will be releasing a video about hotel loyalty and rewards and whether or not you should consider it. Or is it better off to go through third-party loyalty programs? Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.